Ahoy friends, welcome to building the Alpha Dory project to build a Chamberlain Beachcomber Alpha Dory to the line set included in John Gardner's The Dory book. I'm Dan, and let's get out into the shop and get to work. I'm not sure if you can see this, some pretty incredible light. The sun has actually set, but the sun is reflecting off these clouds here, and there's just like the pinkest sort of orangey yellowy light. So I was just squaring up the edges on this next set of planks. So I used the number 2 plank shape, which is the third plank on the boat. It's the one that we nailed on last video. So I used the other plank, the one that's not yet nailed on the boat, to cut out the shape of these planks here that are going to be the next plank up. So the number 3 plank and the first plank at and after the first knuckle. So yeah, it's kind of a interesting and interesting aspect of the hull shape of this boat. That it's used. So the first plank is the garboard, which has curve to the bottom and straight top edge. Second plank has a straight top edge and slight amount of curve because it's at a different angle than the garboard. Third plank has a straight bottom edge and curvature. And the fourth plank is the same plank as the third plank. So, yeah, and I'm not sure what the last plank is going to look like. It's not going to look like it's not going to look like the second and third. So, yeah, so it's kind of cool. And this was sort of a suspicion that I had when I was building the last alpha, but as I was sort of building it, I didn't really have the insight until I was pretty much done with the planking process, thinking back on the various plank shapes. So it's been kind of nice to kind of intentionally deliberately explore those plank shapes during this build. So yeah, I guess next thing to do is start cutting the scarves. so I was just sweeping the floor to get off any grit. Stones mostly, or nails, I guess, that might happen to have fallen on the floor. I don't want to damage the surfaces of these planks, even though they get run through the planer once they're scarfed up. They're still pretty close to their final thickness at this point, so I don't want to be damaging them. So, yeah. Grab the piece of wood that still got to mark the depth of the scarf on those planks. So we'll do that. That one was close enough anyway. The mosquitoes are out tonight. So this board here just goes to the ceiling, and then at a slight angle down to the down to the Alright, so I gotta mark this one too. 5 inches again. So I'm using the straight edge of the board to mark these on. That way I'll end up with a cut that's straight for both. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna move the circular saw before I cut the cord on the thing with the adze. Just adjusting the position of the board a little bit so that this feather edge is supported by the edge of the floor beam here. Creeping up on that 5-inch mark. I'm kind of using my leg to my hand on my leg to kind of regulate the depth of the cut with the adze. If I'm just swinging, then I've got really no reference physically. I'm sure if I use that adze all day, every day, I could probably put it right on the mark just by the feel of the length of my arm and knowledge of the length of the handle. But whereas it's not an everyday thing for me, it's a lot easier if you kind of keep one point of reference, on your leg or whatever. That way you can make minute adjustments in depth of cut by either moving the handle a little bit further up or a little further down your leg. Yeah, wow, the mosquitoes are really coming out now. this adze is nice and sharp, so it does a great job cross-cutting as well. Alright, well, we're pretty close there. And yeah, these mosquitoes are about to drive me crazy, so maybe we'll call it a night out here. But anyway, yeah, work continues. Okay, yeah, so I was like, oh, you're just being a wimp, you know, you should put on some bug spray or something. And then I turned around and, you know, in the sort of eddy behind my body from the big fan I've got in there was like probably a dozen or more mosquitoes just buzzing and buzzing. So I was like, alright, okay, time to go in. So I guess that's it for tonight. Anyway, catch you guys later. God bless.